What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now I got all dressed up in my little fireman outfit because this is going to be a burn 'em all build. You will literally burn every enemy in the game, and it's just amazing how it works. But don't take my word for it. I'm going to show you guys a few things that are going on with Season 4 right now, and then give you over to the gameplay, and then we will come back for the build breakdown. But first, let's talk about why a burn 'em all build. You want a burn build for certain activities throughout the game. Pure example right here is the Magnus League. It is a 2-week long season activity going on in Season 4 right now. Now within this league, one of the objectives is hostiles burned. So you want a burn build to get all of these, trophies as soon as possible. Now just to prove, a point, let's go over to leaderboard. I am currently number 43 in the world with hostiles burned during this event. It just started today, and I wanted to try this build out. It works amazing. You will burn every single enemy, so I highly recommend either running with a 4-man group or matchmaking, because what I did for all of these missions, I just matchmade, found a random group of people. Make sure you are in 3 or 4 man groups. That way you get the more enemies, the more NPCs, the more burned hostiles you can get per mission. So just within these 4 missions, I got 700 something burned enemies, and that's pretty legit. Now, not only is that going on, but I will also show you guys some gameplay of me doing this on Legendary in the Summit. I just randomly match made there, and this crew we're doing rogue agents on like floor 51, so I'll show you some gameplay for that. So let's go off to the gameplay, and then we'll come back for the build breakdown. Kamikazevondoom, don't forget to hit that like. I'll see you in a second. Peace.
Posted in the old CEO's office will have a key card that should give you access to the vault.
Your group. Vital signs critical.
Give him an earpiece and get him on comms.
Heads up, we're inbound to your location. Coming in over the heads down. Gonna make a hole. We see you. You're clear to attach. Go, go, go!
Beginning search query.
The DCD's data analysis lab is just ahead. See what data you can grab for Kelso.
Data transfer initiated. Assistance needed. Rogue agent eliminated.
Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's get into the build breakdown. So here is my burn 'em all build. I'll let you just soak this in for a second, and then I will start off at the top. So the specialization, firewall. Using this for a multiple, beyond multiple reasons. You have to use the specialization to make this build as complete as it is, because you get the flamethrower, which obviously will burn the enemies. You get the burn duration from the specialization tree, which helps this build out immensely. You also burn enemies every time you lose armor. I'm sure there's a little, cooldown, but it's PVE, so it doesn't really matter. And you pair that up with the Imperial Dynasty holster, which talent Dragon's Glare. While in combat, it'll apply burn to the closest enemy within 20 meters every 35 seconds. So I am literally just burning people just by being there. Now, pairing that up with Eclipse Protocol is a must. So using the Pyromaniac as your primary weapon, again, is a must. Another cool thing about running the firewall specialization is the sidearm. It comes with the Double Barrel Salad-Off Fire Starter. Now the Fire Starter comes with the talent Primer Rounds, and all enemies damaged by it lose burn resistance for 5 seconds. So you can literally just run around with this and then shoot your skills at them, and yeah, come on. So the icing on the cake is going to be the Pyromaniac. You want that as your primary weapon. And then for me, the Scorpio works perfect with this build for the named enemies, because for the speed runs for the Magnus League, you are getting a lot of sledgehammer bosses, and the best way to slow them down to then catch them on burn is to use the Scorpio. Shoot a few rounds into them, and then you'll get that shock after that 6th round, and then you can burn them and whip out the Pyromaniac and melt them down. This build is pretty much complete. I don't really see a better way to run it. I mean, you might be able to switch the mask out for like maybe a golden gear for status effects, but that's only if you really want that. You do not need that. I am spec'd into skill damage, and once we go through the skills, I will show you why. Now, let's go to the weapons. Pyromaniac. This is the primary you want to use. Remember, this is a all yellow skill build, so you're not going to have a really high base damage. This one's at 61.9k, and that's with max AR damage and max damage to targets out of cover. It also has 15.5 health damage. Now for me, I'm not really going into crit or anything like that. These are all for weapon stability and accuracy. So you can see it's basically a laser beam. I'm just trying to get those enemies down as quickly as possible, because when they die with those status effects, that's when it transfers to all the other enemies, and you are trying to burn every enemy in the game. Now the secondary, like I said, Scorpio. This is a great weapon. Probably one of the best exotic weapons in the game. You know, if they nerf the Lady Death, I'm sure the Scorpio will be the best weapon in the game. Reason being is this talent, Septic Shock. So every round, it, delivers a different debuff or buff depending on, who you are. So first shot, it poisons the enemy, then it disorients them, shocks them, and then at the 7th one, you get 20% additional damage. And that's from all sources, including your skills. So you want to use that helps it out. And then when you use your skills, you go back to your Pyromaniac and melt them, mow them down, do whatever. Now, like I said, the Fire Starter is a great sidearm. It'll come with the primer rounds, so you can literally just run around with this, 2-tap the enemies, combat roll out of it, shoot them with your skill, put them on burn, and there you go. Now, let's talk about the build. It is a 4-piece Eclipse Protocol with 1 Wyvernware and the Imperial Dynasty holster. Doing a deep dive, let's start with the mask. It's my Wyvern mask. It is God rolled with max skill damage and status effects. It already comes with the skill tier, so we don't have to worry about that. And then I just added skill haste in the mod slot. Eclipse Protocol backpack. Now, we've all known the ups and downs of this backpack, and it's still amazing when you're using it as the 4-piece. Now, getting into the gear set bonuses, we get 15% status effects, 15% skill haste, and 30% hazard protection. Now, the 4-piece is the best part when you want to burn every enemy, and it is called Indirect Transmission. Your status effects now spread on kill to all enemies. Now, the meters and the refresh duration change because we are using the chest piece. Now, for this backpack, it comes with the additional talent Symptom Aggravator, and that amplifies all damage you deal to the status affected targets by 30%. Now, let's see. The chest piece. Like I said, the talent would increase the duration and range. So now it is 15 meters and 75% duration. So you are literally keeping all the enemies on burn the entire time you are using the build. Now, talking about the chest piece, skill tier, max skill damage, skill damage, and 11.1 skill haste. Gloves, Eclipse Protocol, max skill damage. Knee pads, again, max skill damage. And then finally, the Imperial Dynasty holster. This one again comes with status effects, and this one is God rolled as well. Everything on this build except for the mods are God rolled. Now remember, the Imperial Dynasty holster, every 35 seconds you will burn the closest enemy to you within 20 meters. And then that leads us to the skills. Fire Starter. Now the Fire Starter is a great skill to use. Not only does it apply a burn when the enemy is shooting at you, but when you're shooting at the enemy as well. So all you have to do is shoot this at their feet. It'll, raise up that cloud, and then either the enemy will shoot at you or vice versa, and it automatically triggers the burn. Now for this one, tier 6, and with that I get the 568k damage and the 261k burn damage. Now the burn duration is nearly 10 seconds, and that is for a Fire Starter. I have 8 in the ammo. Let's see. A lot of people would probably ask for the mods. I'm doing the +1 ammo and the damage mod. Yep. You could go with burn strength if you want, but I need that additional damage. That way I know the enemies will die. Let's see. Burn sticky is my other skill. And this one again, tier 6, damage 1.8 mil with a 12-second duration and a 19.9 cooldown. The mods I am using, blast radius and damage. Finishing up with the stats, perfectly ignited from the Pyromaniac, septic shock from the Scorpio, and primer rounds from the sidearm. All of these help the build, become complete. Now for the Pyromaniac, 61.8k weapon damage with 10% crit chance, 45 crit damage, and 75 headshot damage. Offensive tab, 10% all weapon damage bonus and 30% AR damage bonus. So whenever I'm using the Pyromaniac, I get 40% damage bonus total. Defensive tab, 726k armor, 330k health. 10% explosive resistance and 50% hazard. Now that is from my watch level and running Eclipse Protocol. And then finally with the skills, Chem Launcher tier 6 with 58.8% skill haste, 18.9 ammo cooldown with that 568k damage and 261k burn damage. And then don't forget about the burn sticky bomb. Again, 58.8% skill haste, cooldown 19.9, 1.8 million damage with a burn duration of 12%. This is a monster build, my burn 'em all build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Shout out to all the people that I ran the speedruns with. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. And I don't know. Maybe I could start expanding DoD. Yeah, you know what I mean? Maybe do like all platforms, have like a PC clan, PlayStation clan, because year 3 and then we, probably Division 3. They'll probably have clans then, I'm hoping. So might as well just go ahead and expand, you know what I mean? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And if so, let's talk about it on Discord. We're about to hit 1,500 members on Discord. It's truly amazing. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. And let me take off this weird looking outfit. Alright guys, peace.